T-shirt today. Fuck the bullshit. This is Brothers Talking Shit podcast, episode 139. I'll say it again.
All right,
this is episode 139. If you don't know, after 139 episodes, who I am the Flush Man. I'm the fat boy. It's been a while, but I still call you Broadish, and I always been your Huckleberry. Holla at me.
And I'm Iceberg Shorty, aka the King of Controversial Comments. I said what I said. I'm at where I'm at. Don't holler at me unless you try and cut the check. And rest in peace to Dark Man Xavier.
Yo, man, it's your homie boy Jew, aka the Charm Guy, aka Juice, you know what I'm saying, aka Mr. High right now, you know what I'm saying, Mr. Flashy himself. Had to give my voice a rest last week. I used my voice a lot. I'm back this week, chilling, cooling, ready to pod.
What's good? It's your boy Jay, Big Belly Boy, Rude Boy 2 times, and here we go. It's been a day. But I'm ready to get it. And we said it, and we'll say it again. Rest in peace to X.
Yeah, man, it's your boy JB. As always, I'm here before 9, and I'm gonna pass it to the one and only.
Your guy Cool Mike, aka Dr. Mike, aka the People's Podiatrist, and I'm also known as your favorite foot doctor. And we coming to you as a collective of earth shakers.
Oh, yes, sir. We that.
We some 40-acre takers.
Take that.
And we some generational curse breakers.
Oh, indeed.
We are the prophetic podcast because we be knowing.
We definitely be knowing.
And we just some brothers talking shh.
With your cool ass.
RPX.
Hey, yo.
Hey, can I say something real quick in light of that?
Hold on. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Yo, Jay, you think you slick? You got grinded up last week. You got something on your head right now because they was grinding up the baby fro, and you made sure you had sleeves on. Jay, don't think we ain't noticed, Jay. Look, he cut his hair down.
I got my shit twisted. Fuck out of here. Y'all ain't, what do y'all think this is? A game?
Let's go. All right. We going last week we really paid a lot of respect to X, but we gonna take our time and he was in a coma last week. He passed away at the age of 50. Juice wasn't present, so we're gonna let you start off by getting his feelings off on the subject. And if anybody else got something else to add that we didn't necessarily get to next week, we're gonna address that. Go ahead, Juice.
Yeah, I ain't gonna go too crazy, man. But I have to say, man, I remember buying It's Dark and Hell is Hot. Like I really bought it. I remember watching Rough Riders Anthem on BET, which is what made me do it. You know what I'm saying? Really, made me even fuck with DMX because I'm a kid from Houston, Texas. You know what I'm saying? Like, how else would I get my music? You know what I'm saying? I watch music videos. I gotta, read source. Read the source, and I wasn't reading XXL, honestly, or something like that, to get his music. So I really have to say, next to Jay-Z during that time for me, next to Jay-Z during that late 90s time frame, DMX was like huge to me in my eyes. I love DMX. I feel like I love his whole, his sincerity, how he rapped. I think he has classic music. I think them first 3 albums, arguably could be the best 3-album run, ever, bro. Like, he if you had to be there, it was really exciting, in the game, in the marketplace for somebody like that. So, yeah, man, I just, it's time is changing, right? It's moving forward. It ain't going back. RIP to DMX, one of my favorites for real. I can really honestly say that I had a part of that moment in history, and it'll be missed.
Anybody else got anything you want to jump into talking about X?
I really just wanted to, make it quick, but my introduction into DMX is...
Talk up a little bit, JB.
Can you hear me? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was in my introduction to DMX. I'm pretty sure this is probably a lot of hours on the East Coast was the X versus Cannabis mixtapes that started flowing around the time. This is prior to him releasing his actual album. And the buzz, like this is different. Like before the internet, a buzz about a rapper was almost like hearsay, legendary. Well, not even almost. That's exactly what it was. Like you would get it in passing, everybody would pass the tape, pass the CD to you, and let you listen to it in the car, whatever. So my introduction to X was, the joint with him and Cameron. And I just remember me, Rel, Wayne. At one point, we was just like, yo, what is this? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is insane. Like, his voice, it wasn't nothing like that, for one. The instrumentation and how they used it, the barking, and just this come up from like the grind or whatever. There was nothing like X, man. And I won't say that I was the biggest X fan, but there was a time in my period of my life, like he was ill to me. He still, not was, but I think to fully get an understanding like who he was to the culture, you ask a 50, 60-year-old woman or somebody, they'll quote, y'all gonna make me lose my mind up ahead. Like he transcended being himself. You know what I'm saying? And that's, as a hip hop artist, that's kind of hard. You know what I mean? Like, overtell you that. You know what I'm saying?
That was really hard then.
And he was like a no holds bar. We had he unapologetically himself, seemingly. There's a YouTube clip of a lady. She about that age. She gotta be late 40s, early 50s. And she must have seen him walking somewhere. He was, like one of them MTV style. And she hopped out like she was just bumping what you really want from. She hopped out and was like, no, you my mama, listen to that right now. Had him reset the music. It was like such an organic thing, man. Cause like Juice pointed out, and JB mentioned, like X was an experience. It definitely, you know what I mean? It was a lot of shiny suit going on, and we was with it, you know what I mean? A lot of throw your rollies in the sky, like we said last week, and he came on I'm hungry, I'm gonna rob you for your rollie. You know what I mean? Tip. But it was with that whole synergy and that whole movement and the whole Rough Riders and the whole Swiss beat production, and we made an interesting point that you think DMX, you automatically think Swiss Beats, and you look at that first album, Swiss Beats had one song production credit on that whole first album, which was there was a lot of Dame Grease and others production on that. It's just like an unusual tidbit, you know what I mean? But shout out to X, man. Much love, DMX.
What'd he say?
Yeah,
I used to fuck with your sister. Don't make me fight you.
Right.
He really was like, let me holler at you on some Baltimore shit. And the lad is like, arrow in the background.
Right. He showed love. One last thing was like, recently, I mean, like you saw how he was always himself. Like he was always vulnerable. He was always real. And the most recent example of that I can recall was like his first time mentioning Drake on the Breakfast Club podcast, show was like, he was like, oh no, I don't hate the way, hate his voice, hate this, that, and the third. And then he came back after that, recanted because Drake and 40 was like, yo, you raised us, we love you. You know what I'm saying? He cleared the sample for what the fuck, not Western Road Flows. I forget the name of the song. He cleared, like X cleared the sample for it. And then DMX was like, yo, I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? For not even knowing him and having this opinion. Then he reached out to me like a man. And he was like, I had to show love. He was like, then I had to start listening to his music from his perspective. And he gave respect. You know what I'm saying? And I thought that was real. X could have just kept that to himself.
Right.
Or, you know what I'm saying? And not even put that out in the world. But him being the man that he was, you know what I'm saying? And then explain it like that. You ain't see that from artists of his status to be like, no, I was tripping. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This young nigga fuck with me. I was wilding. You know what I mean? Especially on that stage where Charlamagne, of course, is always, anti-Drake or whatever. I thought that was cool for X to be like, no, I ain't gonna get on this bandwagon that y'all gonna just saying y'all fuck with me for the sake of not fucking with him. He reached out to me on some real shit and he kept it 100. I thought that was real cool.
You're talking about, you with me?
Right, bro. Yeah, my bad.
another thing I heard about X to me that I thought was dope, not even musically, just that I heard that if you saw him, he would chop it up with you. He would stop, he would take pictures. He was always one of them, even though I mean, you talking about one of the biggest artists to ever do it. And like you were saying, JB, for him to, he didn't have to double back. He could have just let that ride, and even if his feelings changed, not expressed
that was
it.
Stand up. I felt
Right.
that was
So
stand
and
up.
then people always said, like, you see X somewhere, X will stop and take a picture with you, X will stop and chop it up with you, and that's one thing that stands out to me, just, and then the love, like I think like he has a core fan base that's just like, that I think even some of his albums that we didn't even like at all probably did numbers just because his fans were just that, what's the term?
Loyal.
Yeah, loyal, right. They just, no matter what they rock, he would go triple platinum on the worst album ever because it was him.
I talked to Boss today and was like, his fans are closest things to pop fans in regards to loyalty. You know what I'm saying? Like if you know anything about hip hop, you interact with people. Obviously, we all do. You interact with a pop fan, they a different kind of dude. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to defending him, or talking about his music, they gonna go take it to another level. And like what you said about him being real, I forget what video that they shot here in the city, but I just remember people who was there when they did the video. It was like, yo, he was outside with us till 2-3 o'clock in the morning, drinking, chilling. You know what I mean? Taking pictures with kids and all that, like in Baltimore, like just showing love. And from what I've seen on Twitter the last couple of days, that was him all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Underrated hook guy.
Yeah, he like I think Swizz like wrapped it up and he put it in his own words. Like X will pray for you more than he'll pray for himself, right? So like you ain't never seen X in no Maybach or no fancy car, nothing like that, right? He did so much more for the others around him that it was crazy. Like, he could have, like you said, he's one of the top artists, especially during that period. And he dropped 2 albums in 1 year, and they went to go beyond what anybody else expected. And bringing Swizz Beatz to the light. Like, you had P as Cool said, and you had Dane, which everybody knew who it was, but then this young kid coming in creating this, and then that just opened so many doors for Swizz, for Locks, for Eve, for Dragon, for so many more artists that actually got to shine because X put them on. So,
yep.
Iceberg.
Long live DMX, man. I remember, like I said, the key points in my life, where I was, what I was doing, who I was hanging with. Me and my man Al was driving around Norfolk, Hampton, Virginia Beach. It was in the entire 7 cities, man. Listen to Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood. I listened to it a little bit, Dark as Hell's Hot, before I went to boot camp. And like I said, I came home and it was right there, man. For me, I knew it was a foregone conclusion, and you hate to sound morbid about it, right? But, the human brain isn't supposed to survive with 30 minutes, no oxygen, right? 6 minutes is like you start getting brain damage. 30 minutes is, it was just a matter of time getting the right people there to say their goodbyes, man. So I'm glad we talked about it in length last week, man, because, that was just basically the curtain call, man, for the dog, man. And, I was down in Texas and I rocked all the way the entire time, man. Just listened to X, man, got in that whole vibe and took me back to 98 Days, which was a very key point in my life. Like I said, I made a huge shift, man, and just it's cool to say DMX was a part of that, man. And like I say, ripping up and down 95, you listen to that shit the whole time on a, on the 15-second CD joint connected to a cassette cable. You know what I mean? Like my shit ain't work, bro.
Making sure you don't hit no bumps, so your shit won't skip.
I forgot how big Where My Dog At was, yo. Like, I really forgot how big Where My
Get at me, dog.
Get at me, dog.
But that's when, like, when
my
albums
God.
came out, though, you can literally listen to As Dark as Hell is Hot, The Flesh of My Flesh, and listen to the whole thing, including the skits. You know what I'm saying? So
it's my man.
Right.
Yeah.
Yo, my man's in them.
How crazy Rough Riders Anthem was. Yo. I forgot. Like you forget. Because it's been so long, but that shit, yo, that was like that was like a stadium joint. Stadium joint.
That was one of them. That was one of them joints. I felt like they played so much that it kind of was like
you had to like it.
A little bit.
No. Sometimes when you like it initially and then they play it so much, it's like you forget how dope it really is.
Yeah, that's
because they played it so much. You get what I'm saying? And then you
they
hear it back
to the baseball games. They play that shit in baseball games.
But you know the crazy part about Rough Riders Anthem was that he didn't never want to do the song. He didn't like the song at all. He lost that and he had to do that song with a bet because of Wah or Dean. And because that's their nephew, Swizz Beatz is their nephew, so he lost that bet, and then he had to do the song and come look what it is to this day, what it is.
I mean, that's how there's a lot of times when you back here, Jada Kiss and them said they didn't like the Benjamins beat, and then that ended up being, you know, a lot of times that's what happens. Some of the greatest songs. Right. They said I thought Benjamins was whack. You know what I'm saying?
Shameless Locks plug by me.
Look, I don't do it often. But you hold on. Did you not hold on? Did you not shout? Hold on. Did you not shout out about Baltimore and help shooting the video in Baltimore?
Absolutely.
Okay, brother. All right. God bless.
We even.
Solid. The one song I couldn't listen to, like I found myself, I didn't want to listen to Enough and Sad. Like when listening to X this week, I really just wanted to hear all the happy stuff. I couldn't listen to Slipping. I couldn't, man. I couldn't, yo.
It's too honest. It's too honest, bro.
It feels like it's
surreal.
It feel like the end
you
for
listen
him.
To them lyrics now. You listen to them lyrics now. You're like, yo, he was being honest and vulnerable. And it's crazy when he was like saying what he was saying about Drake. I'm like, X, you one of the first niggas who come at us with the emotional shit. Like, you know what I mean? You talking about, yo, I'm slipping, I'm falling. You know what I mean? Like, you went right into it. And yo, whoever served X, let me tell you, man, like, God got you. God got you, dog. Like, yo, I don't give a fuck if he was threatening your life. You know what I mean? Like, don't make that run.
But we can't do that because then what about every other person he served that, you know?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
We putting a value on, you know, you don't want to see X going or nothing.
Yo, the thing about life is you only care about what you care about, and people put different things on your heart.
I don't want nobody serving nobody no coke no more. Fuck that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But if you want some weed though,
I mean, it sounds crazy. It sounds crazy, but like
weed ain't never killed me.
It sounds crazy. I don't buy no, but like I guess if you buy coke, like don't give me no fentanyl and no shit or whatever they be doing.
Yeah,
that's all.
I'm telling you, when the toxology test come out, I bet you that's what it is.
Yeah, these boys be wilding out here.
Bro, they cutting everything with the fentanyl. Like that's a fact.
They trying to stretch a dollar, boy.
Yeah, that's the whole point. Right.
Let me ask y'all, what's your favorite DMX song? Yeah, I'm gonna go first. My favorite DMX song is some X shit off of the Rough Riders first album. That's my shit.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite.
It's my favorite.
He zaps on that bitch.
Mine is What You Really Want, because Nokia from Drew Hill and Cisco, they really, went to high school.
They killed
it. Yeah, and he produced the jump and actually posted on his IG.
More Baltimore shit.
He said, no.
Nah, you good, cool.
You know what I'm saying? But like, we graduated together, high school, like we walked the stage together. That's some wild shit. And them niggas used to really be singing in the front of the school. Like, there you go, these niggas singing, and you be walking out the school with your book bag.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that shit crazy that it's a song, it's one of them songs. Another thing we put in the thread, like this nigga was tough as Tretch and Tupac, but like had LL shits. You know what I'm saying? So like what you bitches want from a nigga is one of them, like, how you let that slide?
And the women would snap it. If your name was on that list, that meant something. You know what I'm saying? That was like
it's
3 counts.
Right.
You already said Tina. Right?
But Nokia produced that, and he realized he could produce hip hop or become more the second singer in an R&B group.
Was that his first venture? His first venture was that his first venture out in hip hop? If I'm not mistaken, I think
more or less. Yeah, he alluded to that fact. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. That's
All right. Anybody else got a favorite DMX song?
I gotta go ahead, Juice. Go ahead, bro.
I'm gonna actually say Slippin', bro. You know, I'm a producer at heart. So I remember when I first heard the beat, I was automatically sold. You know, I like the vocal arrangement and everything. And then I really did think for the time, it was, you know, speaking of, it's funny, I think you said, Jordan, you know, the DMX Drake correlation of sharing emotions. I really kind of do feel like that was one of those first songs that was really just heartfelt at the time. Because, you know, we was really coming out the gangster era. You know what I'm saying? Everything was gangster. So I would have to say, man,
like, it was probably songs like that on other people's albums. That was a single.
Yeah, that was a single, bro. So like, you know, speaking of that song, man, that was really a big song, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That song probably changed people's lives. You know, that's one of them songs. I'm pretty sure he got.
I snuck it in there earlier. I said underrated hook, man. But the more you start to listen, you're like, this nigga was singing the hooks too.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
oh, true.
Yeah,
you know,
to
a lot of the big ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
will say, how's it going down? You know, I'm anti-Dirty Mac, and that's one of the Dirty Mac anthems.
I don't think that was Dirty Mac, though.
That's a good one.
He wasn't never dissing boy. Like, he was basically saying, like, boy had a problem with me. Dirty Mac is you saying, yo, your man not know. Dirty Mac is you saying your man not shit. If she fucking with me, he basically like, you better check him on it.
It was linear. It was parallel. That's a slippery slope right there, Flash. He was right there.
I don't know, bro. Dirty Mac is like, I should be your boyfriend or something. That's Dirty Mackin.
He was close, yo. Talking to Shorty. Yo, come on, yo. I don't know.
Right, he wasn't worried about the bull. He didn't hate on the bull. Like, you had to hate on him and say, yo, fuck him, come fuck with me. That's Dirty Mackin. He never dissed him. Me and
you gonna revisit it. Me and you, we gonna listen to it.
That's fine.
It was adjacent. It was close. It's close.
Dirty Mackin adjacent.
Yeah, if it's close to Dirty
hold on.
I gotta listen.
Jay, you got one, Jay?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with between It's Slipping and Get At Me Dog is mine's right there because it just resonates with me.
Get At Me Dog is fucking crazy. Like, when you think about it, like, that shit was crazy.
You never heard anything else like that. But yo, we gotta acknowledge something because it's been said in 2 weeks in a row, and we haven't really. That name Dame Grease keep coming out, and Dame Grease did Ready to Die, a lot of Ready to Die too.
Yeah,
that's two major albums that changed rap that he was a big part of. So we need to start. I don't hear Dame Grease name enough, but when you talk about him putting a lot of work in on It's Dark and Ready to Die, like
did he have a falling out with Rough Riders? Is that what happened? It was something crazy, right?
What happened was him and P, they didn't like the way because SWIZZ came in. And SWIZZ was getting more shot. He was getting
that's their brother though. Like, nigga, the fuck?
He is their nephew, but it was pretty much showing more favor to the nephew after Rough Riders Anthem, and so it kind of like, you know, broke things up right there. So
nepotism. That's right. It will always.
My man, to the day,
it's like he made a better song though.
SWIZZ Beatz goes down in history as being one of the best producers. No offense to Dame, like I said, Dame was a part of Ready to Die. And
like
that's a hell of a resume.
Dame Grease's sound is more. I think I wouldn't necessarily. It's timeless because it was like a '90s sound. But when SWIZZ did, you never heard nobody. You never heard no shit like Rough Riders Anthem before. Because when I never forget when the first time I heard it, I was like, "What kind of sound is this? Are those fucking?" Like, is that a violin? Like, what the hell? You get the
schizophrenic beats?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it sounded like somebody calling the cat in the beginning. You heard that? But what the hell?
Only Jay. Now that I think about it, though, Jay, you right. But who the fuck is like somebody calling the cat? That sound like Jay and the Shakies, like.
Hey, we ain't gonna go there. Juice, you know what it is, though.
Okay.
I don't know what just happened.
Okay.
But
on topic. All right.
Nah,
that was messy.
Let's.
Can I,
You know what I'm
can
talking
I do my favorite songs?
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
I was waiting. You sitting back here trying to be.
You said like you was looking at the list, ready to move on. Y'all was talking. I just let y'all talk. You
Stop letting us talk.
You was like,
Yeah, you
I
did get to
was.
say a
I
song.
was.
Hey, Flush.
I ain't got time to be waiting for you. Like, come on.
Angry Iceberg is back.
Worry about that shit. Until you put a white beat on, I ain't worried.
I wear t-shirts. I'm grown.
Yeah, tell him again.
So
don't pump him up, please,
bro. I'm not messing with you today. I'm
go ahead, brother. Okay, go ahead.
I'm in my extra appreciation bag.
Hey, why are you talking, Jay? Why are you talking right now?
Jay, what the hell you mean? Tell him again. I wear white beats, motherfucker. I'm trying to say.
And why is your name Flood Man? What the fuck is happening right now?
You said who?
Your name is Flood Man.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
It's actually kind of hot, yo.
That might be named this episode.
I like Flood Man.
Please got some bullshit, dog. Like you need to. You still ain't said your song. Like, God,
I'm about to say something, Flood Man. My bad, bro.
It's about to be a 3-hour podcast.
I gotta go 3 songs, man.
Goddamn, 3?
Yeah, I gotta go 3 songs. Damon and The Omen, right?
Who?
Damon.
Who?
Omen.
The Omen.
Yeah.
Damien.
The Omen.
Okay.
Sure.
Damien.
Yeah. Damien.
Not Damon. Not
Whatever.
Damon. Damon,
Yeah.
I'm a boy. Is Damon? No. I am a boy, Damon.
Yeah, Damien and The Omen. I love the storyline behind it. Like it was a bold thing in 1998 to put Marilyn Manson on a hip hop record, right? That was a really, really bold move to do that when The Omen came out. And all-time Clue classic for me was the Get At Me Dog remix with the Locks, right? That shit is bananas to me. Well, you know, when kids say only thing higher than money is respect. The only thing higher than my click is this tech.
So when I hit you with these last bars in your neck, you gonna know never to fuck
around with LOX. Yeah.
Damn, I ain't heard
that one. Yeah. I bumped that shit at least 4 times. Yeah.
That was one of the best of Bad Boy CD too.
Yeah. So that's where I go, man. Those are my go-tos, man. That beat go crazy on Get At Me Dog, and then I had a Locks in there with that freestyle. It was sick. But I can go all day, man.
What's your last one, though?
Right. What's your third one?
No. I said those
Pull
3.
It. Pull It. Yeah.
Pull It. Yeah. Pull It was a pivotal point in my life. I was the biggest Cameron fan, and then you add X in there.
Oh, Pull It. That's the name of the song. Yeah. That's the first X song I ever heard in my life.
If you want to get Iceberg attention, he can be in the middle of doing whatever. Let Pull It come. It's certain songs I know if I play.
No, Flush. We listen.
I know. Listen, that's my shit. That's my shit, bro. You heard what I said. I used to fuck with your sister. Don't make me fight you.
Yeah.
Stop playing.
All the way from Mervo to Weston, that's all we listen to. Like, if you're from the city, you kind of know the distance, right? Like,
Another Baltimore drop. Yo, they going crazy. Baltimore drop.
It was a point in my life.
Hey, listen, all I say when I speak Jadakiss name, I just don't want to hear nothing. That's all.
Jada be in Baltimore too.
That's fine. All right, now we done been sad. We done had some fun. Now it's time to be angry. Army lieutenant pepper sprayed and held at gunpoint at the gas station. Iceberg, you got some things to get off your chest, so I'm gonna go ahead and let you start it off so I don't forget you. I'm gonna let you just start it. You feel what I'm saying? So I know you're out the way.
Yeah. The news cycle is a funny thing, man. This incident happened in December, and only now that it's getting some light to it right now. It was actually for my fucking birthday. It's getting some light, man. The 7 cities, that entire area down there is highly, highly populated with the military. And, I like to see the facts about some stuff, right? So he was driving around in his new truck. They couldn't see his temporary license plate on his vehicle. His windows was tinted. That's their perspective, the cops, right? then you have his perspective of being African American or Black, whatever you subscribe to, and Latino gentleman who says, I need to pull into a lighted area. That's his perspective, right? So he pulled up to a gas station, and they drew down on him for whatever experiences they have. And I was explaining to someone today that, matter of fact, I was talking to my business partner. And we talk a lot about the hippocampus, right? The area of your brain that kind of, deals with your emotions and stuff like that. Not the medulla oblongata, but yeah. Anyway, cops have that as well. The problem is that they have the badge and the gun, right? And you may not be armed at all. And it just escalated from there. They was, inaudible commands and things they're asking people to do. He shared with them that he was afraid, and they said, you should be. That's when it all went bad. Right. They pepper sprayed him while he was in his car, always claim assault or, resisting arrest. And, to resist arrest, there has to be a charge. Right. So what are you arresting me for? Resisting arrest is not a charge. Let me say this to you motherfuckers loud and clear. Resisting arrest is not a standalone charge. And you have to be arrested for something. Of course he wasn't. Because then you realize once your endorphins got there going slow down that you were wrong, right? When you go crazy and go angry, your brain get this small, right? Scientific fact. When you start having rational thoughts, you start realizing that what are you going to charge him with? He did the right thing. It's your legal right to pull into a lighted area for your safety and theirs. That's your fucking legal right. Right. Right? Sometimes a motherfucker forget that with that badge and that gun shit, and they just want to got that going, stop you and, I'm the long arm of the law or play God. But they got the right one. And I'm just intrigued by, and I haven't watched the news cycle from the people who, the anti-Colin Kaepernickers, what I'm saying, what they got to say about this one when you're talking about somebody who's in the military and what stance they're going to take with that one and or knee, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you just subscribe to on that as well. So it's a little frustrating and upsetting that this could happen, right? Wifey had the same thing happen to her when she got pulled over. She was in literal tears about some license plate shit. So it's tough. You know what I mean? It's a little wild.
I'm gonna say what now? What happened?
A while ago. That was a pass-through moment. Keep it moving.
Where's Drew Brees at? Where is Drew Brees? I need to see Drew Brees because all that my dad, my great granddad, and my whole family been in the military. In the military means so much.
Them niggas probably ain't even served.
The disrespect. Now that was disrespect to the military. What I'm shocked is why didn't nobody tell me that a knee meant this much? Because I would have been kneeling around this motherfucker. I'm about to just start. That's about to be my shit. I ain't flicking nobody off. I'm just gonna start kneeling because a kneel means so much more than what we're talking about right now. I need to start doing it. You know what? When I'm at work and I'm mad, I'm a kneel. My wife get on my nerves, having a couple words. I'm gonna show her ass. I'm a kneel. You know what I'm saying? This kneeling shit is so powerful.
Don't say kneel on her, dog. Don't say nail on her.
Right. Well, I'm a kneel on the ground.
Exactly.
You know I didn't know that a kneel meant so much and was so powerful. Ain't nobody I didn't get the email that it meant that much. That you know what? This kneeling shit is just so much. It's extreme. He kneeled. Because at the end of the day, I want to see all them people, all these so American, all these we love the military motherfuckers. Let's see it. You get what I'm saying? Because no matter how I dress, guess what? I served on 9/11. You get what I'm saying? But that don't matter. They pick and choose this shit. But I'm about to start kneeling on everything. Real get on my nerves. I'm a kneel. I'm tired of this, man. I'm about to pull out my kneel game. About to be crazy.
Hey, just make sure you wear a knee brace when you do that, because your old ass might not get back.
You never lie. You ain't. I might need some help. I'm gonna be selective with my kneeling, brother.
But when I seen the video, it triggers something with me, because not the same thing happened to me, but somewhat, but it's as a uniformed service member and a uniformed officer, you should have a little integrity and honor and say, okay, this is the reason I'm pulling you over and stuff like this. And the worst part that I hated about it when he said, "Oh, I'm gonna end your career," and then at the end of the video, you're gonna say, "Oh, well, if you don't want to bring this up any further, then I'm gonna let you go." That's not how this is gonna go, buddy. Like it is ridiculous. And anybody that's ever been OC sprayed,
not fun, bro.
It's that I would rather get tased than OC sprayed. That stuff does not. That stuff does not.
You might not want to get tased, fuck around, and get shot. We'll get there though.
We'll get to that too. We'll get there. But you know, in a controlled environment, I'd rather be been tased than OC spray, because that stuff, when it gets on you, it's going to every pore possible.
That police officer was he was out of his mind.
He sprayed that shit like 5 times.
I mean, that
shit's old.
Like, he was so on 10. You know, when he was talking, he was incoherent. I'm like, nigga, 8-year-old can't understand what you're talking about right now. He was all over the place, command-wise and all that, and just like the fucking fatigues, the arms with the army fatigue, that shit ain't dial you down to like that. It doesn't, apparently. Like, they ain't give a shit. The skin, it wasn't even, I mean, I was baffled by the whole escalation of power thing, and I guess I shouldn't be. Here we are, this is trumping, you know, the tase got you shot in the back. The fucking tase got you shot in the back shit ain't even new. We seen that on camera before. I thought I had a tase and it was a gun. It's crazy out here. I mean, I don't even feel like y'all stop killing us in the street. You just like say it. So
wow. he about to get checked, because I'm telling you, between the suit and the suing, I mean, I don't know what kind of dog he got, but he's talking about my dog in the back can't breathe.
Oh, wrong.
So you know, Peter might get involved with this too. So we're gonna see where it goes.
It's like that other cop was like, I don't know, you know, if you look at it, that motherfucker was like, this motherfucker's out of control.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He like, get out of the car, but he like, this dude, you know, it's just
he got to rock with him, but it's like, yo, what the fuck is going on?
I mean, I don't mean to laugh, but it's like,
yo,
he felt like it was ridiculous. I felt. You know,
yeah, he's like, I gotta support my guy, but I don't know if all this is necessary. Yeah, it was crazy.
Did you see Did y'all hear the EMT talking to him? Like, basically they knew they knew they was in trouble. So he was.
No, what happened?
Who said that?
Cool. No, I said no. Cool.
Oh, my bad. He was like, yeah, like basically like, you know, we could talk about it. Basically trying to calm down the situation, probably trying, you know, because they knew I don't think the EMT fucked up, but he knew just the situation. They looked right, and he was trying to, you know, kind of be like you, cool, kind of, you know, bring everybody. Come on, everybody, let's just relax. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he tried to. Yeah, right. God. Juice, where you at? Juice, I'm surprised. Where you at?
Nah, I'm about to chime in on it. I was just kind of letting everybody you know, get their piece off on it. So yeah, it gets sticky in Virginia because there's so many cops there, right? So that whole, you know, I remember it being a problem, you know, shit, while being in the Navy there. I don't think the cops necessarily care as much about the uniform, because they'll arrest anybody, quiet as it may be kept. But to the extent, like, I'm just having trouble with the extensiveness to these, like, pulling someone over. Like, I just don't know how it gets this. Like, I pulled you over. Once I recognize you're not a threat or a criminal, our conversation should be changing. Like, how is it progressing into this pissing contest? Because remember, we're still dealing with men here too now. We may be talking about race.
Ain't he pissing by himself though? Like, yeah, it's like we going back and forth, man.
But that's what I'm saying is that's my entire point. Is that why are we? I don't understand how we're getting over there. I just don't. You could be the most racist motherfucker. You could be. I don't understand how we're forcing these fucking spaces to have these the confrontation, and it's like that's where I'm stuck. It's hard for me to progress anyway because it's like, how many more times we have to see the incidents get here or be like this before, you know, we're evaluating in just the entire scenario. Fired, I think it should be some shit like this. if you do some shit like that, no matter who it is, in a uniform and you're a police officer like that, federal charges should be brought against you. See, it's gonna have to get punitive. Until it gets punitive, it's really nothing. We just really just talking and sharing our opinions and shit. But when we get to a place like when it costs you in your pockets and it costs you your life, that's when the shit gonna change. So it's like, really, bro, we could talk this. We gonna talk this every summer. How many summers we didn't did this? How many times we? It's like Groundhog's Day. You gonna keep watching this? We gonna keep watching the same old movie over and over and over and over. And so really, to be honest, yeah, I know I'm on a podcast and I love my brothers and we talking shit. So I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. But when I'm not on this podcast, I don't talk about this shit because guess what? The revolution is in my house. That's where it's gonna start because I don't give a fuck about nothing. We just talking. That's all we doing. Ain't nobody really said, hey, here's the legislation. Here's what it is. We need to really just evaluate because see, I'm gonna tell you where it gets hazy. Now we're talking about a Latino cat. He really ain't white, bro. Hey, everybody's missing where the lines are starting to blur here because we're dealing with situations where you got like, you good. No, he's not in it. But you good though. It's like, we getting in. I'm in the studio too, by the way. So if y'all hear me talking a little bit, I'm not talking to myself, but anyway, so it's like we're getting in this space where it's like you're introducing maybe Latino, maybe Arab, or I'm just saying it's not gonna always be white. So is it always racist?
Oh, you talking about
racist now?
The cop wasn't white?
The cop wasn't white.
No, the cop was Latino.
There is
Yeah.
All right.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, okay.
So what I'm saying is this. It's like now what are we gonna blame this on? That's what I'm saying. Like now, obviously we know when it's involving black people how we all view niggas. Even we do. Even us as black people see it that way. I'm just saying, like we understand it, but I'm just saying the problem is just at this point is like you're gonna have to just take race out of it. You're gonna have to take all of that. You're gonna have to make it a human rights issue. Until it's a human rights issue, I don't want to talk to y'all about this shit. Because guess what? Y'all ain't talking no laws. Y'all not. It's not happening.
Real quick though, like maybe it's me, dog. A cop is I've had it black, white, whatever. I still feel that way about a cop regardless. Some of the worst cops I ever met was black cops. You get what I'm saying? So it was never like, oh, it's a white cop, so it's a
black
problem.
Black cop.
That's kind of the point too. I think it's a supremacy thing, and it's also cool. You don't even want to get like super deep, but like races practice supremacy and we just don't see it the way we see black and white skin tone and color. So, but imagine like, people living like white supremacists and, Hispanic culture, Asian culture, really all over the board. So when you look at it in that space, and then that disconnect, it was kind of put in place so you can have somebody named Gutierrez be really, or whatever his name is, Hispanic last name of the cop, be like totally acting just like he was just like a white guy. Even though we see black cops act like that in that space, feel empowered, so it becomes a supremacy issue, all over, man. It's crazy. It's just, I don't know. I mean, every one of them that you see they all unique and different, but the same at the same time. It's just shit get crazy.
Yo, did any of y'all watch that movie? I think we talked about it. I talked about all watching it. The Spike Lee joint when they killed the boy's son in the traffic stop. And he ended up what did he end up doing? Taking some hostages or something. When they were filming the movie. They were filming him going to court and stuff for his son situation. And then it was a Spike Lee joint. It came out this year.
Yeah, we watched it. And you came back like 2 months later and said, "Yo, y'all should watch this."
Right. Remember, but I'm just saying, remember the Latino cop in that movie?
Yeah.
How they felt?
It was the boy Juice from goddamn what's the motorcycle joint?
He been a lot of. He was
Bible Boys.
No, motorcycle show.
Oh no. Oh, Sons of Anarchy.
Sons of Anarchy.
Right.
Yeah,
like, and that's just a lot of. I think a lot of them cops, man, they and I'm not saying all of them. There's some cool cops out there, but a lot of them have issues. It ain't just like I said. It ain't just the white cops, man. Like it's some white cops that I met that was cooler than the black cop they was with. You know what I'm saying? The black cop be the asshole a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even think when I see a cop, I don't feel it's a black cop. Good. I don't feel like that. The
I
shit can
definitely
go
had
left.
two white cops from Alabama. I was speeding through. They let me go with a warning. Shout out to them, whoever they was. They wasn't looking for me that day.
I got friends both ways that are law enforcement, right? But this is the thing. I'm never comfortable if I'm getting pulled over, right? And whatnot. But just because of your last name doesn't mean it's gonna be more relaxed because a Spanish cop coming, right? Or we don't know, you know what I'm saying? We don't know the background of this guy. He could have been adopted and he kept the name. They just think he has that privilege. You know what I mean? So yeah.
So let's get to because we was right in the same mix. Don, what's his name? Dante? Dante, right? His name Dante, right?
Correct.
The 20-year-old black man shot by police during traffic stop. Now this shit had me tripping because she didn't know she pulled her gun. She said she thought she pulled her taser, which is on the other side of her. That's the first thing I asked. I'm saying watching I'm an MSNBC guy, and they say how basically the taser's on one side and the gun is on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
And then she makes
opposite to your dominant hand.
Right. So she tried to make it seem like she did it by mistake, but you shouldn't have the bullet shouldn't be in the chamber, right? So it's a process before you bust your gun off. It ain't just like you grab your gun, you shoot it. You gotta cock it back.
But if you grab
you didn't see that you had your service revolver when you had it pointed at him and it wasn't a taser.
And if you see the video, it was a couple seconds. It wasn't like she just popped him.
So I haven't seen
the videos are, we can't, they say in court, like you can't necessarily use the videos as like declarative evidence of malice or negligence because it's not real time, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, from my understanding, you're trained very well to know the difference between your service weapon and a taser. Once you're pointing it to engage, you know what I'm saying? Like that's when you should be like, oh, this is my gun. I should probably chill.
Right.
When she squeezed the trigger, the weight of that trigger is nothing like the taser. You know what I'm saying?
She said, "Oh, I shot him." Oh,
she said,
the triggers don't feel the same on
at all.
Jump on what you saying. So the triggers don't feel the same. Along with the same thing, as Flush just said, when you grab, for me personally, when I grab my pistol, and if I'm in a hostile situation, I just cocking it back is normal. Like when I'm grabbing it, it's not even 2 seconds. But the thing is, and I haven't seen a video. I've just been reading articles, and from what I got, and I've been looking at it, even when she pulled the trigger, it says the officer shouted taser. So if you shouting taser, you should, it's like a little pop sound, like a little pop rock. It ain't gonna be no pow sound. So
bro, at that point it's too late.
Yeah, it's too late. It's too late then. And then just to hear what he was shot and killed over, it just infuriates me, bro. It's like when is this shit gonna stop? And the words are cool. Stop killing us in the streets. I don't care. I don't care if the kid had a warrant. He had a warrant. That doesn't mean he needs to be killed. And it's 10 minutes away from the fucking Derek Chauvin trial. And Minnesota is gonna fucking burn. They meant to connect this motherfucker to California or some shit. Like this shit, like they need really police reform of this shit. Because it's not just one city. I mean, it's just multiple cities where someone has been shot or killed in their city over this shit, and they wonder why all this chaos is coming because you keep killing these people's family members. The shit has to stop, like point blank, period. Because if it's one of them,
is that they the narrative is like to comply, right? Is to listen to the officers. And the brother who, the brother who's in Virginia, from my understanding, looked like he followed all those steps. His hands were up. He wasn't screaming, he wasn't yelling. I'm pretty sure he physically may have tensed up, but I never showed any resemblance in him like resisting arrest in any way. And he was physically abused. And then you see this brother when they, the opposite, where they say he may have been resisting arrest, was trying to flight, run away. He was still shot and killed.
Right, but these motherfuckers is killing, mass murdering, and walking in the precincts.
Oh, no, they clean as a whistle. Not a buck on them.
I want to address this Daunte Wright thing. Has anybody seen the video?
No.
Yeah,
I seen some of it.
Okay. Two things can be right and two things can be wrong, right? I don't want to give that cop nothing. If Daunte Wright was related to me and he had made it, I would have told Daunte Wright he was wrong. Let's kind of, we got to walk back all the steps, right? So just like I started talking about, old boy with the cops in Virginia, I want to talk about this, right? Daunte Wright was driving around in the car with expired tags. Daunte Wright got pulled over. Daunte Wright got out of the car, and Daunte Wright was getting handcuffs put on him because Daunte Wright had a warrant for his arrest. Daunte Wright decided to push off the cop and jump back into the car, which led to Daunte Wright getting shot by the cop, who was also wrong for having her taser, or said it was a taser and it was a gun, right? Got a warrant, bro. You're probably gonna go to jail. Probably should just went.
You knew that though.
But if you choose, it's better than death. That's what I'm saying, right? And
like,
I ain't mad at you.
First, real shit. My blood cousin here in the city. No bullshit. My cousin, one of my cousins is in prison for the rest of his life for conspiracy to commit a crime or whatever. His son, his junior, this was in Baltimore City, probably like not too long after 5th grade. Gets into a situation with the police, turns around, points his joint at the police, and they cut him down. You never heard me say a word about like, oh man, they killed my little cousin, this, that, and the third. He made two decisions, right, to put himself on the wrong side of that violence. And I had a conversation with my wife. I said, the thing about violence is all the results are absolute, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Like, even like, no matter what, you can try to twist it how the fuck you want. Prime example, that shit happened with Quavo was like, yo, regardless of whatever, was it Quavo? Whatever, regardless of what happened, the end result, the results are absolute. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can either be physically harmed, you can die, someone else can die, but the results of violence are absolute. That brother, when he decided that he was going to get in his car after they restrained him and had, pretty much had him arrested in cuffs, they have to make a decision because, look, he may run over a police officer. He may run a kid over, whatever.
Or have a gun.
You know what I'm saying? And that's not something, that's not an easy conversation to have. And I'm not giving them a pass for him getting killed because there's other ways to do that, right? But when you make those decisions, put yourself in that situation, you can't, you can't play both sides. Like that brother that was in the military, he did everything right.
Right. I mean,
and it still got, you know what I'm saying?
It still could have ended up bad, like really, really bad.
Right. Yeah, right. Like I said earlier today, I said, yo, I'm glad he alive, dog. Like they sprayed him, they could have killed his ass.
Right. And if it wasn't at that gas station, it might have went different.
Absolutely.
Like Iceberg said. And damn, I lost my thought.
Don't worry about it, brother. It's cool. You can keep it going. So
trying time, Joe. Trying time.
Yeah, it's tough, man. Like that's a tough situation. Shorty should have just got in the car. Should have just took that loss and went to jail. Like Ralph
we
said.
can figure one out. We can work through that. We can figure that out. You know what I'm saying? You're not making it home.
Him pushing off the cop. They released the video. They never do that shit that early. That shit happened Sunday? You know what I'm saying? Saturday? It's fucking Monday. They released the whole video.
We can figure some things out. We can get past a warrant. You know what I'm saying?
They're
Regardless of what
at fault though. They absolutely at fault for one because this is where she played herself. She thought that shit was right, taser.
Two things could be right, JB.
Yeah, no, I'm saying absolutely because they the same way he was wrong. She did wrong for thinking that that was
wrong.
I'm teaching my kids more of the lieutenant than anything else.
Son,
keep your hands up. Them, no matter what the situation is.
Your hands better be as high as.
That's all cool until you take me a rice in the park.
Right. You know we can't. That's something that we can't.
It's all cool to you, Elijah McClain walking home from the goddamn grocery store.
Right, but that's something we can't. That's
something never understand any Elijah McClain.
How do you teach your kid? You can't.
You can't. That's the problem.
I'm just saying. But the things that I can,
you can't, bro.
I know everything you can. You can't. Everything.
I'm just saying right, that too. But you also can't teach them to go to school, get a good education, and hope you don't get shot in your fucking classroom. Right. That's the same thing, bro. All you can do is believe in what you believe in and hope your kids come home safe. None of the other shit matters. You can't teach them about the classmate who come in there and start gunning. You can't teach them at the Giants grocery shopping with mom and somebody coming there and start.
Or they getting their feet done at the nail salon.
Yeah, you can't teach none of that, bro. You can't, yo. You'll drive yourself fucking crazy.
All I try to tell them is pay attention to what's going on around you.
Right.
And that might not save you, but that's all I do. I tell them y'all got to pay attention. Watch everything that's going on around you.
I'm in a grocery store today. Like, if something happens, how do I get out? Like literally going down the fucking produce aisle, looking for an exit out. Boom. Straight over the counter. Right? All of that shit.
I don't go to a store without doing it. I gotta have a plan. Anytime I go to a store, what aisle to hit so I can get to something because. Nah, bro.
That's crazy. I mean, like you go to the movies. I'm okay. The exit, right? There's two exits in the front.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like any weird shit, I'm on it. I just,
Nigga do that more than being on the airplane.
Mm-hmm.
With the airplane exit.
Where you go get your grocery store? Because I ain't know they sell baby lambs. From the regular
I go to the butcher shop, bro. I get my shit cut fresh.
And Jay go cut it himself. No, I got it. Just give me the money.
Hey Jay, where the steroid section at? What aisle is it?
Right next to the long neck section. Shut the fuck
up. Yo, Deshaun Watson, this shit ain't going away. Yo, God damn.
They said the Panthers still interested.
That's how hard it is to find a fucking quarterback. Nigga, like, yo, is it
we can deal with it? Nigga, listen, they get 3 years.
Yeah, to get on the exempt list.
He still got 2 years left on the deal. So
it's looking like Deshaun did that shit, bro.
Oh,
damn, Deshaun, right?
And this really kind of makes me wonder, like, was this kind of some foresight? And they was like, look, we got to break this fucking team up. Somebody knew that was
they would have traded them. You would have traded them already because you get more value. Listen, Juice. Moving him right now, he's less valuable than he was into the season. He's less valuable now. So you get less for him. Right. So if they knew about it, they was better off trading him when he asked for it instead of holding on to him.
Well, he might as well stay and just win the Super Bowl.
Do y'all think it's like it's some sexual? I think that apparently there's some kind of my ultimate thought is like it's some fucking sex trafficking going on in the NFL, and this shit probably gonna blow up a lot.
I don't think it's no sex. He just be in.
No, man.
He be in. Did you read? Did you read it? Did you read what he was doing?
He
DMing broads.
He had his hips up high.
Another pro, he didn't name the nigga. Another pro put him on and told him like, "Yo, this is where you go."
But
Jay, it was Robert Kraft.
JB,
he got his own DM.
You know how you laying down? He had you know your girl lift up when she tried to play sleep and she kind of lift up in the air like her waist area.
Hey,
he was doing shit like that. Like he was doing some extra wild shit.
The funny part is Flush trying to do this shit while he's sitting in the chair.
Yeah, he like he trying to put the dick in the face.
I was supportive. I was gonna hold a nigga down.
Look. They said he said I can't use the towel. I need I can't use the blanket and the sheet. I need the towel. And then he just took the towel off. So that I was feeling itchy.
For real, creep. Yeah, real life.
Then when somebody said he touched him with his junk and all that, and he had sex with a few of them and all that.
He be trying to put his junk in the face. He was looking up.
I don't know what you need.
He like concentrate on my thighs and on my abs, and he was just
they said he tried to put it on his forehead or something. That's what you were saying.
Hey, this is I gotta say something here, bro. Like this is where Charm God's gonna get on his feminist thing. All right, this is where we gotta stop like excusing poor behavior on men. Like, I'm not even finna excuse this. I'm not finna come up with some crazy conspiracy theory and blah, blah. You can't. Say, my nigga, do you not know how to talk to women, bro?
Right.
Who cares about your money? Who cares about that? If she don't want it, she don't want it. No means no. What the fuck are we talking? Like, why we not excusing poor behavior no more, man? And that sucker shit too. Like, you got so much money, my nigga. You know how many hoes is walking around Houston that will fuck you for the free right now?
You don't know how to talk.
Money don't make you cool, yo.
Exactly,
money don't
bro.
fucking make you cool. Like,
you ain't got no game. I can tell. Listen, I can tell by shape up. I'm like, you see how his haircut is? I'm like,
I think D Hop a real one, but contrastly, by the way.
D Hop was like, I knew that's why I got out of there.
Right.
I was with him in there one time.
JJ got in there. JJ was like, I'm all about Houston. He was like, I'm gone.
It doesn't matter who pushed you on. It doesn't matter if somebody told you about that, bro. Right. It's like at the end of the day, my nigga, you don't know no better. How old are you, bro? How old is this dude?
Like 20-something. Listen, it was so wild. The one chick, the first one that came out, he forgot that he was that way with her. She had to tell him, like, oh yeah, we are already.
Why didn't he buy a masseuse that gave him sex?
Yeah, like that's just.
Why didn't he get a
how much they cost?
They got professionals, like pros.
Not masseuses that might fuck you on the side. Why didn't he buy?
Goddamn tubes and squats is running around everywhere. Escorts is running around everywhere.
It's clear that massage wasn't.
Escorts is everywhere, bro.
It's clear the massage wasn't the important part. So he could have just got somebody to act like they was giving him a massage.
That's what I'm saying.
What's the real problem, bro? Is because we don't really talk about these things for real. We let it slide. We don't have no etiquette. We don't talk about game. We don't talk about this because it gets uncomfortable. Then when we start talking about it, don't nobody want to talk about the shit no more. When we start talking about game, this nigga don't got no game. Like, bro, he's so lame. He can't even ask where to buy some pussy from. He's like, I gotta kind of sneak it in.
I gotta lift my hips up.
Juice, I'm not trying to hear that.
I gotta extend my hips to the ceiling.
Wait.
Juice, it's like 30. It's like 30.
My back.
30,000 OnlyFans people that be like meetups, no meetups. All you gotta do is filter it to meetups, dummy.
No, James Harden just left. You're the most popular sports figure in the city of Houston.
State.
Everybody knows who you are. Dog, you walk out the door, 5 chicks fall in front of your doorstep.
And guess what? You had the college experience at a place like Clemson or whatever. You was the man everywhere you been. Like, it's crazy.
But no. Cool, tell y'all something, yo. We 6 real dudes who can goddamn do it with $1 in our pocket. So you understand the psychology of a motherfucker who like.
Hold on, real quick.
I will go somewhere with that dollar.
Hold on, Amen.
Hold on, Jay, real quick. He might got a sickness, bro. Just like we talked about Bill Cosby and how he could have did what he wanted to do. Winslow.
No. Wait a minute. Let me push back. I agree with Real. No. Listen, we're just making it seem like niggas supposed to know better, bro. Guess what? he really don't know how it is to go talk. Look, some brothers don't even know what it's like to just talk to women.
He probably lived a very insulated life.
Don't gotta
He
talk.
probably lived
No.
He probably lived a very insulated life.
It's men that's like him right now. That's like that. It's a lot of men like that.
Juice, you don't feel like it's possible he might got a sickness? It might be something.
No. Listen.
That's not
Here's
possible.
the deal. No, listen, please. We write off men's sexual pathology is vile. So we already do that anyway, especially when we're talking about heterosexual monogamous relationships. We just automatically write it off as vile anyway. So because his brother wanted to get some pussy, he ain't no different from me and you, bro. I want to fuck all the time too. In fact, I try to fuck every day if I can. If I can't, hey, it's no big deal, right? Because the players get chose, so I'm not worried about that. I'm not running out on that. But at the same time, hold on, let me finish. With him, on the other hand, it's like, even though he could go do those things, he don't even know how to even engage in that properly.
It's something about doing it there. Like you said, at the end of the day, as men, as all heterosexual men, how far down is a massage spot for you as far as getting with a woman and trying to get some action? You get what I'm saying? For him to go there and feel like that's where he had to do that.
But
I think it's a fetish.
But that's what I'm saying is like, maybe listen, some guy, he may have felt like, look, I'm private. I don't, and I'm not excusing this. I'm just trying to provide another perspective. Okay. Right. Okay. Because we also got to take accountability. So he has to be accountable for this. It's dumb as fuck, but he could be thinking, hey, look, I would like to do this discreetly. I've heard this happens. I've seen my other peers do this. This is how I do things.
He's not having that conversation with them though. He's just trying it out.
But listen, being around those guys, being around like NFL guys and like having, had that experience, sometimes, bro, they're very loose. Like, that's why a lot of niggas that know NFL niggas and hang around them believe that shit, because that's how the niggas be acting, bro. They be just doing whatever. A lot of them niggas just do what the fuck they want to do. But some of them niggas are suave enough to do it. They're suave enough to say, and they can get it. Other niggas, every nigga ain't created equal. Bro, so these niggas, that's all you gotta do.
Hold
on,
bro, huh? Juice, y'all strip. You told me y'all strip clubs. There's a lot of places he could be.
Can I say something?
There to get some action.
You could go to the library and check out a book on motherfucking psychology and meet 3 thick bitches and fuck them later on.
Then. So why is he at a massage a professional?
Because he wants to be discreet. He wants to do it in a way that he feels is very transactional.
And this is discreet. 30 women. This is discreet.
I mean, but listen, he thought it was. That's how goofy it is. Like, he thought in his mind, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, he thought he kind of, hey, because listen, I'm gonna show you why I say that. He even apologizes to a chick like, hey, look, I don't.
He gave her a hug after that.
Bro, he's trying to, like, now listen, if it's an assault situation, it's aggressive and all that, bro, you got to pay for that. You're not, if you're in an assault aggressive, like, that's another, whatever. But men, bro, we've all seen a man hug a woman and touch on her ass, rub on her thigh. Men can be, that's what they're saying, like, don't do that to me. And some women feel like, hey, if you're just doing it.
She said after it happened, after he did all that.
I don't know, I'm not talking about them, I mean women in general.
All right, she said, he gave her a hug like you give, like, oh, hey, like, hey, thank you, appreciate the work. Like somebody who just, you know what I'm saying? Like it never happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, mentally for him, it wasn't nothing wrong with, he didn't even gather. Well, because she said something to him and basically chilled.
What did he do?
He tried first, like multiple times, he tried the whole, putting his dick in her face or some shit like that. And then she told him, like, basically, like, she, kind of played it to the side or whatever, and he chilled. Then he tried it again, and then she said something else, and then he really chilled. And at the end, like, and then he had to come in the back door. He couldn't come in the front. It was it's messy. It's messy, man. But he tried to give her a hug at the end, like, basically, like, nothing weird didn't just happen. You get what I'm saying? Like, you would give, somebody who's been giving you physical therapy or something like that, like a friendly, not a sexual, like, that kind of
I ain't
hug,
never gave no therapist no hug neither. This nigga weird.
Yeah. The least you could say, but we're going to be continued as far as DESHAUN.
I mean, the way my hug at
when the last time you gave your masseuse a hug at the end?
The where my hug at nigga is a different type of nigga anyway.
Right.
That's a
I
whole.
don't even like them niggas around.
Yo,
around
yeah.
my kids, nobody.
Hey, so there's
ain't
no
that
more
fucking-
Derrick Jackson. There's no more athletic niggas. Y'all gonna have to share men. I told y'all this 2 years ago. I've been telling y'all this the longest. Y'all gonna have to share. This is the prophetic podcast. You're gonna be sharing niggas because only the real niggas can get a bitch, and that's just what it is. Southside, South Syphilus, H-Town, Texas. Yeah, I'm out. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo.
That was tight as shit right there.
JB, it's time for our weekly snow. It's time
Appreciate
for our week.
you, bro.
No, it ain't. I was
You
out
ain't
of
see
town. Did I just say I was out of town? Don't do it. Don't do it.
This nigga, man.
Where my
All right,
I just want real quick. I'll make it clear, yo. If anybody listening is one of the where my hug at niggas, yo, like, yo, seriously, bro. No, yo, I mean all the disrespect. Get away from me and my everything I got over here, yo. And please don't wear my hug at nobody around me. Please.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. Y'all,
That's
y'all
weird.
used to
That's
hate
weird. Yo,
that
where my
nigga.
hug at? Yo,
Yeah, like yo, chill. Like that's
nigga, don't ask my wife where your hug at, nigga. Where this uppercut at, nigga?
Don't ask my wife. Don't ask my daughter. Like, don't touch nobody, bro. Like, get out of here.
Don't touch nobody.
Excuse me.
Who said where my hug at?
Yo.
Yo.
Good night, brother. You have a blessed night, brother.
All right, yo, listen, hold up, yo. I need y'all real quick, man. I wanna in the midst of this DMX situation coming out, we came across Black Rob going through some hard times, and I don't necessarily believe that Diddy owes anybody anything.
He doesn't.
But I really feel like it's real weird when it's like 5 different guys that were real close to you or dealt with you business wise, or G-Dep. G-Dep, I don't know what
he committed a crime and
right.
He confessed.
G-Dep killed someone, went to turn himself in, and went
years
to jail.
later.
He's out Loon also committed a crime.
Loon did his time.
Look, everybody's close to the guy once they leave Diddy. Like, where's Sean at?
Sean got deported back to Belize.
Yeah, Sean.
I don't know. Listen, I'm not saying there's something going on. It just looked real weird over there. That's all I'm saying. And then hold on. And let's hold on. One more thing. That interview on the Drink Champs with Fab talking about, but you ain't party with me though. He's like, I did party with you, Diddy. No, you ain't really party with me. Made me uncomfortable. That's one of them. Can I get a hug? That's where my hug at. Like, it made me listen.
I give you
hold on. If you seen that scene, if you seen that scene, the energy in there was real weird after that. If you haven't, go look it up. Puff and
I've seen it.
It was real. It got weird a little bit. The energy.
He a different type of cat. Y'all not gonna. I'll never tolerate any Sean Cole slander. So
listen. Well, I don't know what to tell you.
Nobody's slandering them, but
this must say Sean.
Well, a lot of those.
I'm just saying. If y'all wanted to, I'm ready. That's all I'm saying.
That's the DeShaun Jackson lift my hips up shit. See, that's what I'm talking about.
What happened?
All Diddy
Did you say DeShaun Jackson?
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson, my bad. Not bad. Go ahead. What you want to say? Who want to say something? That's a juice.
Nah. I said all Diddy did was follow the practices of what he saw in the industry, and I'm not saying that is right. Of course it's not. So he exploited them brothers like they always got exploited. You know what I'm saying? He didn't teach them the game. It just is what it is at this point. We don't have to think it's quite fishy.
At the time, you got to think about the capital that Diddy was probably operating with. You know what I'm saying? He was 10, 20 years in the game.
Nah, he was getting bread, bro. He was getting paper.
I'm saying
they not just broke. They in weird spaces.
Juice. He was getting bread, but he wasn't established like a universal or none of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about working capital prior.
Bro, he had a situation. Hold on,
people, bro.
And total.
He had a situation.
What happened?
Through Clive Davis when he got the bad boy situation, when he got that, they cut that nigga a hefty motherfucking check.
Yeah, but he got to bring that bag back. They can't bring it back.
So listen. No, but
It wasn't
listen,
free
listen,
money.
listen. Listen,
11.
it wasn't free. It wasn't
11.
free money at all. But he could dictate the proceeds, and he could also tell niggas what to do with their money instead of just taking their money and living off of it. You got to take that money and invest. You
And
got to,
get
you got
shiny
to, you,
suits if you the locks.
yeah, you know, you got to do whatever. You got
He
to,
the only one that's got away.
educate. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that he
Ain't
just
like-
followed the. It just is what it is. I'm not saying it doesn't hurt his legacy, but he just that's who taught him the game, and he operated that way for whatever reason he did.
That's why
'cause
he
the
makes
locks
his
are
ass
real.
for his masters
And to
back.
twist all that Puff Daddy and the family shit, it ain't family. That's one thing. A lot, man, it ain't no family, man.
It's a
Black
business.
Rob had a
It's a
song, and then he didn't have another one after that, right?
Yeah.
Am I
Yeah,
wrong?
he was just one. He came out with 2, but only one was
What's
the
that?
one that
Child
No,
in the
that
Ghetto, or
album-
was that G-Dep?
Nah, that was G Dep, Child
G-Dep
Together,
was
which
Child
was
Together.
which was a good
A
album.
great
And then them
album.
guys
Yeah.
we don't consider them no top 10, top 20 rappers. That's another
that's
thing
what
too.
I'm
Like we
saying.
also got to look at the pool
So
here.
you
It's
got to
like,
be top
My
10,
thing is, how
top
long
20
you
for
supposed
somebody to
how
do
long
right by
supposed
you.
to hold-
What
how
do
long
you
supposed
mean?
to
man,
hold
Right
Black
by
Rob?
them
you?
dudes didn't make enough music to
What
even
was
like
20
go.
years ago?
Yeah,
How
yeah. They
how
didn't
long
make
you
enough
supposed to
music.
hang on?
down?
Listen,
How long you
I'm not
supposed to
even
hold
saying
Black
they
Rob
broke.
down?
They're not only broke. It's weird.
Nah,
How long you supposed to hold Black Rob down? That's
let's
all
go
I'm
ahead.
asking.
Let's go ahead and flip it to Hove.
You're not making no more money off
Who
him.
under Hove is thriving?
Nobody. But
Well, I mean, you
That
got
rap,
the you got
that
the
rap.
you got
Yeah.
the Rock
Yes.
Nation cats. You got a
nobody.
lot of the Rock
No, no,
Nation.
no.
Kanye, I guess. What
Yeah,
Kanye?
but you
Fine.
mean like
Uh huh.
But I don't
J.
know
Cole
if
was
I don't
already
know if he can take
established.
credit for that.
J. Cole was already established.
No,
I
he
don't think he
wasn't.
take credit for Kanye.
J.
Kanye
Cole,
did that
fine.
himself.
But after so when Rock Nation became Rock Nation, it was much more than just about artistry and music. I'm talking about
Right.
Rockefeller, right? So you could fuck it. Let's talk about Rock Nation. Rihanna, she ain't doing music no more. J. Cole, he drop an album every now and then. Vic Mensa, he dropped one album. That's it. Who else?
But
Who else over
but
that
I
music?
mean, but okay, but let's be real though.
Casanova,
You say that to say
Casanova
Casanova,
as
bro.
well.
Everybody on Jay's team though, maybe they're not continuing in the arts, but they're very much so successful and educated with the
I
bread.
wouldn't say that.
Even
I wouldn't say that.
like,
Beanie Siegel,
Like,
why
okay,
not?
so
Okay,
CD Crack,
but
Beanie Siegel,
but
Oskino,
some of them niggas,
that was because of listen.
but they did that shit to themselves. He said
No,
that.
I don't
That
even
is
think
my
That's the same
point.
thing.
That's
That's
my
the same
point.
thing. That's the
That's
I
same
don't
my
even.
point.
Yeah.
If Rockefeller stayed
They
together, that
grown
might have
men.
went different. I think Jay
They
was done
grown
with
men.
everybody as far as that situation. And
Yo,
Cam spoke to how Jay wasn't fucking with nothing anyway, and Jay wanted to start
Yeah.
new, and everybody who might have had an album ready fell to the wayside of that because they had.
I'm
to do
just
their
saying,
business
like,
double.
I think Diddy get a bad rap for a lot of this
Yeah,
shit.
he does. Yo, you
Mace-
give a nigga the
Mace
big bag.
left. Mace
Plus, you give a nigga the big
left.
bag. You give a nigga the big bag. I'm supposed to like feed you another big
I'm
bag.
not saying that. I just think mentally, when you look at some of these people and where they ended up, it's like
No, I'm asking you a question.
No,
You
but
get- if I give
I'm
you
not
the big
saying
bag,
that. I'm not
But
saying
we
that.
don't really know these situations either,
No.
bro. And we still
You
don't
when
have
you
kill
talking about
somebody, you
six
kill
people, bro.
somebody. You kill somebody and you confess on yourself. That is on you.
Jay, we talking about
And
6
you're
different people who it seemed like whatever happened, something weird in there happened. That's all I'm saying.
and they also were at their best when they were creating and get close to Diddy.
That's fine. But what I'm saying is
Hey, I'm gonna give you
man.
a flip side too, though. I'm gonna say this: if you've ever worked with a working artist, a touring artist, they can be dicks sometime. A lot of time, niggas do it to themselves because the life gets real fast, bro. Like at the end of the day, we don't get to talk about that stuff. It's bitches involved, it's drugs involved, it's weird shit involved, it's ego involved. Like it could be a lot of different reasons why niggas tank. So no, we can't put everything on Diddy. You know what I'm saying? That's just one perspective.
I'm not saying it's
You
all
know
his
what I'm
fault. All I'm
saying?
saying is when you look at 6, 7 people and shit, just like damn, what like
we was at 11, but go ahead.
right. We was at 11, but I didn't want to go there.
Nah, we're talking about the locks. I think that's where
We're not talking about the locks. The locks was the ones.
No.
They were the ones that.
But what I'm saying is that's where I think we can because they remain to be working artists. They remain to be people who stayed in the game. That's where you can kind of take the magnifying glass and say, okay,
they
got out of there early. They got out of there early.
Right.
Well, but what I think was
losses
even with the locks, though, I think though because they were signed to Bad Boy, but they were still managed by Rough Riders.
And Puff ate a lot off of them after they left. So.
I think that was later though, bro.
No.
Listen,
Rough Riders found them.
Rough
Rough Riders found them. They were managed by Rough Riders. They were managed by Rough Riders.
They were managed by Rough
They
Riders.
signed.
Yeah,
remember that was on the radio. That is on our contract. All that.
But they were managed by Rough Rider before they even signed the Puff.
Yeah.
My thing is, my position on that always was if Diddy was white, them niggas wouldn't have did that dumb shit. They wouldn't have went on the radio.
Yeah, they would have. That's where they got it from.
They wouldn't.
They got it from.
They
got it from Ice Cube.
No, hear me out.
Everybody was doing that.
Going up in the White Office.
Cam and them was running up in before he signed the Rock.
Yeah, they would have
40 niggas. 40 niggas.
I'm saying they wouldn't have played. They wouldn't. No, but I'm saying they wouldn't have went on the radio and played. They wouldn't have played Tommy Mottola like that. Like, yo, this nigga jerking us and all that shit.
I'm not so sure, JB.
Bro, and it was people going to radio stations. I mean, Cam and them was going up to the label.
That's how you was getting out of contracts.
Wherever he was signed to before he went to Rock. They was going up there, 40 niggas sitting up there,
40 niggas.
giving niggas a hard time up there.
Yeah.
They went up there and said, if y'all don't let them go, this is gonna happen every day.
Ice Cube really took a bat to the jump, right?
Yep,
that shit happened.
Yeah, that happened.
Come on, JB. You sounding real corporate right now, man. What's going on?
Nah, that's what I told you.
You behind the machine? You with the machine?
Nah,
he had to do it. He had to do it. Him on Diddy to be like, they got on the contract after that.
You got 5 more minutes for the real JB show up. You know, turn up. 5 minutes.
Right. You know, you fourth quarter JB.
Yo, I take that Diddy slander seriously.
Yeah, you take a lot of things seriously. That's any black athlete.
Can't stop, won't stop.
It's a short list of shit that you don't take personally.
That's pretty funny.
Paul Pierce, well, he was offered a new gig.
Okay.
I don't know if he's going to accept it. The $250,000 for the.
Was that real? Was that real, or that was just some shit?
No, that was real.
I mean, the guy who owned the company actually said it. I don't know how.
I'm sure it was real.
He better not be getting out his bed for that little, not little.
Hey,
bit,
let's make heterosexual men being around women normal again. I just want to say that. Like, I don't see what the problem was. I don't see what he did that was wrong.
Oh, here's what he did wrong, Juice. Deshaun Watson, Paul Pierce, right? Like he right there with it. That it was corny. It wasn't wrong. I'm glad.
But what did he? Oh, you talking about him being live with the girls?
He ain't come to Houston. You
don't know what happened.
He ain't come to Houston and do it. That's what the fucking problem is.
With no camera.
Yeah, I'm not mad he was with women. I'm mad at the type of women he was with his corny ass doing the corny clown ball shit he was doing. Right. Yeah, and that was wild.
I'm pretty sure he don't need that ESPN. He don't need that ESPN money. I'm pretty sure.
You can't smoke a blunt and say, "Yeah, I'm going to ESPN tomorrow," and they're gonna be like, "Come on in."
Right.
Well, not right now.
Yo, you could choose to do things and not go on Instagram Live, and you could choose to do things and go on Instagram Live. He just chose wrong that night.
If it was if it was Stephen A. Smith, he might have got away with it. Paul Pierce don't mean enough to ESPN.
Stephen A. Smith is smart enough to not do it on
right. But guess what? We always talk about the talent outweighing the headache.
I think
Paul Pierce don't mean that much.
He see the freedom. He see the freedom them up and smoke dudes is doing, man. I think he tried. I think it was like
cool.
That's their brand. That's their brand, though. Yo, you believe Matt Barnes? You definitely believe Stacks. Like we see Stacks in action.
You know what? I see what you're saying. It's the disconnect if that's him or not. Yeah,
he corny though, but somebody made a good point. He can still get guests on an independent podcast because he
can.
Yeah,
he can start his own thing. He can do his own thing.
That's
I don't know. Even when we said he might got something, he might have been trying to get out that situation. You know,
better get fired and quit. Better get fired and quit.
He's still corny, and I'm
he's like a goofball, right?
Somebody will.
Uncle Paul.
Somebody will.
Uncle Paul. The fuck out of here.
I wish I had more thumbs so I could give Paul Pierce more thumbs back.
Get back to strippers next time.
Shit, no doubt.
Little butts on live. Like, yo, get this shit the fuck out of here.
I done seen some little booties twerking too. They wasn't even twerking. They was phony as all.
And his blunt was rolled so loose. I was mad.
I was mad. His masseuse was phony. Shout out.
Listen, everything was wrong about that situation.
The whole thing. If you
blunt smoking was phony.
Right, like a whole goof troop. Fuck out of it.
You smoked a blunt corny.
Yeah, roll up a Philly blunt.
He had that motherfucker tucked in his ear like he was smoking a fucking Newport.
Yeah.
Paul
We ain't
Pierce
never
is a
say
clown is the name of that goddamn topic.
coming up on the 20th. We got Redman versus Method Man. We've talked about it a little bit. We never officially said. Did we officially say who we got?
I got Meth.
I got Meth only because of the Wu-Tang songs.
I probably got Meth.
I want Redman to win though. I'd be happy if Redman won, but
you got a little more crossover.
I hope he played.
Right, let me get out there.
Hope he played "Shake His Stinking Ass" with Busta Rhymes.
Let me get out there. Let me get out there and slam. I'm going goddamn on Redman. I think Redman's a better rapper.
Yes, I think so too.
I fucking
said
it.
Too.
I don't think any of us question. I don't think anybody.
Method Man is probably
got the best. One of the best races in hip-hop.
Method Man right now though is crazy though. Method Man the last couple of years been killing shit though. But he went.
I love Method Man the actor more than I love Method Man the rapper.
No, you might someone on that drink with him and Black Thought going back and forth.
He was stunting his
I like his freestyle on motherfucking hot. I mean on that he did with no, not Flex. But he did with Who
LA
Kid?
Leakers?
No, Who Kid?
He was smoking.
If your flow ain't H2O, you out your element. That shit gets me hyped every time I hear that.
He got one of the best voices in hip hop. He's just not one of the best lyricists. Like his voice is
I don't know. Lately, he been sounding tight lately. He been sounding like he.
You ain't heard that Who Kid freestyle? You got to.
I think that might be the one. That might be the one I heard. Then.
Yeah, that's it.
Nigga, but even on Conway joint, he snap on Conway joint.
Yeah,
he do.
Matt back on
that nigga cheese. That nigga cheese back come with it.
They shot cheese too.
Yeah,
Cheese had to die, yo.
He good in power. Shit, I forgot. That nigga
right.
for real.
Hold up, we gotta have this debate.
Damn.
But Redman say killing these mics like.
What's the debate? If you about to say
said,
what you about to say what I think you about to say, Flash, you gonna have the internet on fire.
Listen, we gotta have it. This is the first one of the week for real. One gotta go. Pharrell, Timbaland, SWIZZ, or Kanye. One gotta go. I'm gonna tell you who's not going. I'm gonna tell you who's not going. Timbaland not going. Like I don't care what y'all talking about.
I'm going to. I
was crazy.
I'm gonna have to say yay. I'm gonna have to say yay.
I heard some Aaliyah shit. I'm like, this nigga was doing Aaliyah shit, killing Aaliyah shit.
I'm gonna have to say yay.
His Timbaland's range as a producer is crazy. You talking about Aaliyah, Timbaland, and then Hove and
Missy, Magoo.
You talk
Genuine.
You talk about the basement Timbaland, Missy, Magoo, and them.
Yeah.
Jodeci album. All in the shit. The show that at the party in the hotel, that shit was fire. Yeah. The name, Timbaland name, all in the credits and that shit.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Waiting for they came.
It's yay.
One of the motherfuckers say yay.
Hold on. Is it Yay
or SWIZZ? Is that what we at? Yay or SWIZZ?
I'm gonna agree with.
I'm gonna agree with. I'm gonna agree with. Might go.
No, we're not even having a Pharrell conversation.
Okay, then. So don't SWIZZ and
Don't
Kanye,
say
right?
his fucking name.
So it's between
I'm gonna agree with JB.
No,
I'm gonna agree with JB. Is Jay. I said.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna tell you why.
I'm gonna agree with JB
because he's so sample.
You motherfuckers is too Judas.
No.
So sample heavy though.
Flush. No. Hear me out, Flush. I'm gonna say yay because for various reasons, but nothing to do with recently. So after let's say late registration, right? You get the graduation. He really wasn't making beats himself anymore. He hasn't made beats. If you look at the credits, like I look at the shit, he hasn't made beats in a long time.
It's like 10 niggas on there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
is he like on the type time where though he kind of he get the beat and kind of
put the shit on the back?
Sounds like it.
He'll add something. He'll add one or two things to it.
And snare.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's and
they
this
say
is
Drake.
it. Like,
they say Drake like that though. They say Drake like that.
Yes,
Drake like that.
Drake, nigga, you look at Dr. Dre 2001. It's 100 niggas on every song.
His name ain't even on.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, no disrespect, I'll fuck with Ye, but in regards to production, his catalog ain't long like them niggas that we just mentioned. For real. Like you keep it a stack.
The only way I might say Swiss is I feel like Swiss didn't really do too many Is there any R&B joints that jump out the yard that Swiss might have put?
Nigga, he did Beyonce's.
Or one of them check up on it or something? Did he do check up on it?
He did the motherfucking
Ring the alarm.
Drop down low and stick the flow with it. Drop. What's the shit?
Oh, he did.
Give me body.
Give me body. He did give me body.
All right. Okay.
I got you.
Okay, but it ain't too many Swiss joints R&B wise that I don't know if his range is as wide as everybody. Kanye has did R&B joints.
He did,
but it's been. But he did an R&B. He did an R&B, but it was.
I'm going Timbaland. I said what I said.
Timbaland what?
Timbaland what?
Y'all see Ralph did his.
What you mean, Timbaland what?
Like Timbaland
one gotta go. Timbaland, god dag on is out. I said what I said.
Hey, Flush, did y'all see Ralph do his homework?
Somebody get his nigga a Snickers.
Ralph just did his homework.
Get his nigga a Snickers.
He quit this podcast. Yo. I quit.
Hey, somebody give us a Flush. Give him a Snickers.
He was looking at the Kanye.
He ain't right when he hungry. He ain't right when he hungry.
He was looking at them Kanye albums. He was like, "Oh shit."
Matter of fact.
You think I need to look at Kanye albums to have this argument with any of you motherfuckers?
Matter of fact, this is Brothers Talking Shit episode.
No, but hey, Ro, I'm not making that up though. I'm not making it up.
What?
About him subcontracting out after like late registration.
I believe you on that one.
Okay.
Hold on. I want to know why you say Timbaland though.
Nah, I think that's a. You can say that.
So for me,
I know it's still an art in picking the right producers and picking the right music.
We
right?
talking about beat makers though. We talking about beats though.
Just beat makers, yeah, just beat makers.
His resume doing beats.
Juice, taste matters. Taste matters. That's why Ye is who he is. Taste fucking matters. Like Ye's taste has been unparalleled.
We're not talking about what he did.
So if I look at all four of those people, and I think about the feeling that I had with the songs that they've been attached to,
okay,
I'm very comfortable with taking Timbaland out of all.
You taking Big Pimpin' out. You taking Big Pimpin' out.
I can live with taking Big Pimpin' out over Takeover today.
I seen you dance to the boogie.
No. This is the twist. I get what you're saying. It's more of the now Timbaland might not have made an impact, like had that song that just.
No, Timbaland had amazing songs. I'd rather listen to Takeover than I'd rather listen to Big Pimpin'.
So you going off of one song than the
catalog?
I bought up what Jordan bought up. That's what I'm saying.
Dirt off your shoulders?
What about it?
You can live without them.
Yeah.
I'm
not in the club. That's not me.
Some of them Aaliyah beats though. Niggas could have spit to. Some of them Aaliyah beats, though. Yeah. Tell me that's somebody.
Well, last time you heard an Aaliyah song, you can't even get it.
You can't stream it. Chill. That's fucked up.
That
bro.
shit hit me.
That's petty, bro.
It was right, bro. Like, I apologize. You're right. I went too far.
Listen,
that was too far.
I get mad every time I try.
You're right.
Do you know how pissed I am? Can I come over and on my R&B playlist? Like,
I be still cussing my uncle out.
Nigga, I'm mad about that, bro.
Yeah, that shit crazy.
You had to be petty.
You're right.
Flush, we gotta be done. He said that.
I habitually stepped over the line.
Right.
The thing about that Leah catalog is like, why don't y'all want to eat off the catalog? Like, why does the nigga who own the rights not want to eat off of it, even if he don't want nobody else to touch it? Nigga, that's a check in the mail every month. Why would he not want to eat off that shit?
Timbaland don't need that check.
No, it's not Timbaland.
No, the uncle.
It's an uncle.
Oh.
It's an uncle that owns it. Yeah, he owned it. He won't release it. Because he don't want to. My thing is like, even if you getting the lion's share of that check, like even if you getting the lion's share of that check, and you don't want them to get $200K, that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, if the check is $1 million and you don't want to give up $200K to her family, like what?
Yo, that 4-page letter beat, dog. Like that joke.
Nigga. Yeah. He tripping. He must got money, long money or something. He tripping.
He already been in the game though. He already established in the game. Oh, he got
still fucked up, yo.
Yeah.
Dog, the Aaliyah catalog flash, that shit.
No, listen. I want to have Can I Come Over on my playlist, yo. Like I need
Right. And Rock the Boat. Like you said, Rock the Boat.
No, you can get Rock the Boat. Rock the Boat is out. I got Rock the Boat on my playlist on Tidal. But you can't get like 4-page letter.
Album, 1 in a Million and all that.
1 in a Million, yeah.
No, that second album too. A lot of that second album you can't get because Can I Come Over stuff on the second album.
That shit crazy.
Man, yo.
Hot like fire. That's
Yeah,
another
Timbaland
beat
gotta
that
go.
was-
Timbaland gotta go. Bye.
Jay, who you? Oh, Jay, all right. Who you saying, Flush, man?
Oh, I said Swizz.
What about you, Cool?
I'm gonna go with it's between Timbaland and Swizz for me to go. I'm gonna go with Timbaland.
See, I just
Rest
feel
in
like
peace.
Swissing
Okay,
had
rest
a
in peace,
range,
DMX.
like
man.
the
Y'all got his
range,
producer
the
out of
range.
here.
I feel like Swissing had a range as far as shit he did,
That is
like
crazy.
fucking.
But like rolling up with the Q45 and you got Jigga my nigga blasting.
You feel me?
Yo, right. I'm sorry, I can't.
It's almost over, dog.
How about we throw Dame Grease in there? And come out like who that person can throw in there? Just throw in there, throw Havoc in there, or something.
Yeah.
Throw Havoc in there.
Yeah.
What'd you
Throw
say?
Havoc back out.
Juice, what you say, yo?
I didn't already say Swizz. I'm
Oh, you
good
said
with that. Like if we just had to look at it,
I
like
just
I
feel
could
like
do,
his
I could do
range.
without it.
What is it?
Y'all really
Is
got
the
Swizz out of there.
Like if I'm because you gotta think I got a different ear. So to me, Swizz Beats isn't like for me. He make beats. Like he get a little. He's a beat maker. I need
Not
more
composition.
than that. Yeah, he's not.
So,
I can't. I need
Y'all
Kanye.
really
I
gonna
need
get rid of the
Timbaland.
band. The band from TV beat never existed. Y'all
Listen,
just sitting
the
here
band from
and y'all
listen.
cool
This,
with that.
did you know
Man,
that
there's so much
the band
music
from
that
TV
exists that I can do without that shit.
No, I don't know about that. But
Nah,
the
I
band
don't
from
know
listen,
about
the
that.
band from TV beat that wasn't even the beat. That was just the intro, and they never played the rest of the beat.
Never
They
got to
just
the
looped
beat.
it. They just
Yeah,
looped
yeah,
it. That
you
wasn't even a
looped it.
beat. Swizz
That's
get
how
mad
crazy
if
this
you
shit
bring it up.
was.
Swizz get mad like that wasn't even a beat.
That shit when
But
Jay
Cam
Get
said-
the fuck over it.
But listen,
Like-
Cam was like, Nori was like, yo, you're gonna give 16. Like, yo, I want to go off on this joint. Cam wanted to rap more on that joint.
that beat when Jadakiss like squeeze the juice out the headphones. Beep, 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 boop, boop, boop.
Oh
Man,
yeah,
that
that's
joint-
a Swizz joint. Yeah.
that's a Swizz
Yep.
joint. That joint be knocked.
Y'all got my
Yo,
man out
hey,
of
cool.
there.
That's
Swizz
one of
got
my
the
favorites.
energy. That's why he bust motherfucking Just Blaze ass
Yeah.
in the first verses. Because
Hey,
you
hey,
can't
cool.
got that motherfucker say Showtime and start dancing on you.
Yeah, I think he wins those though. He wins those though.
Hey, but if we talking about getting rid of Timbaland, we talking about getting rid of all that Missy shit. We talking about getting rid of that
That's
genuine
what
shit.
I'm
We
Get your
talking
freak
about
on.
all that.
Right.
Man, we
You
talking
are
about
talking
some
about get rid
real.
of,
We talking about shit that wasn't
It's
even happening in the
TV.
'90s, dog. Like, nah.
Where you been?
That whole
what I'm
Virginia,
saying.
that whole
Yo.
Virginia, it's something in the water. It's really something in the water, bro. Like,
Definitely
it's
something in the water.
major producers from there.
Y'all giving away. Y'all. I'm telling y'all. Yay,
Nigga, you gotta give away something. You
Right.
acting like if you choose, we're gonna pick on the ones you give away.
Hey, cool.
No,
Hey, cool. When you
Who
think
did
of me,
you
you
anyway?
think.
Who you
Hey,
say?
cool.
I
When you
said
think of
yay.
me,
So,
when you
yeah.
think of me, you think of a problem. Who, what,
Who,
when,
what,
and
where,
how they
and what-
going?
Ooh,
How they going to
what's
solve
that?
them? Automatic
Oh,
or revolve them? KISS. Here's the
Yeah.
lesson. Most beings got infrared.
I go
That's
wrestling.
tight.
I listen to that.
Yo, he be. It ain't
I
no
supposed to
corny.
been listening to
it-
X. I found myself on that.
It ain't no corny bars on there. Ain't no corny bars on there.
Y'all gonna have me listen to this shit. I'm gonna listen to all this shit tomorrow.
That's one of my favorite. That's top 5 Kiss joints right there. That's top 5 Kiss. Kiss made me want to rap too. Y'all got anything else y'all want to cover? Did we get everything?
Y'all heard about
Yeah.
Usher throwing? Y'all heard Usher was throwing Usher bucks?
Bruh, that shit was hilarious.
Hold
They
on.
said
What
it was
the
a
fuck
lie,
is
yo.
what is an Usher buck?
It was a promo. It
It
was a
was a lie.
promo thing, though.
He
Yeah,
put
it
his
was a lie.
face.
Usher is
He put his
over,
face
Usher.
with a bitch.
Who you think he Prince
The
Akeem?
girl was lying. Somebody came out and said she was lying.
He think he Prince Akeem?
The establishment said he was lying. I said he was lying.
I cannot believe it. It is you. What the fuck? He got his own money.
But that's game, yo. If I could throw Usher bucks or Rel bucks, I'm throwing them shits too. Fuck out of
You're
here.
fucking right. I want my face.
Disney
in that
World
shit.
goddamn let you live on Disney
They
bucks.
do.
Like,
They
you know what I'm
do.
saying?
They do.
You want interested in some Disney
Yeah.
dollars?
I'm
Hey,
not-
listen, man. I ain't got
Yo,
$20, but
when-
I got a 20 of them Usher bucks. Nigga, you got the fuck out my
When,
face with
yo,
that.
when Best Friend sent me to Disney World, yo, they gave us like $300 in Disney money. I was like, yo, we can't use this shit, nigga. You use that shit at every fucking
Everywhere.
spot in that motherfucker.
Oh yeah, of course.
Everywhere.
Yo, real quick, the cousins, real quick answers. We spent some time with some family this weekend. They said, would you pop up at your child house if you knew they were living with someone? So would you like if you had the keys to your kid crib, they grown?
No, they out the
No.
house. Get
No.
out of here.
Right. I
What?
wouldn't
No,
either.
why would you
You
do
kidding
that?
me?
I'll
Are you
pop up
fucking
at my
kidding me?
mother's house. So like,
Like,
and I got
Why
a
would you
key
do that?
and the alarm code.
Right.
Don't pop
No.
up at my house. Why would you do that?
Right.
no.
We had that conversation though. It was like a thing.
What you mean? Like what you mean? Would you pop up at their house?
Like basically, if you was in the area, would you just go and not tell them? I would call
What
you.
If I don't have to take a shit, if I don't have to take a shit
Exactly. Cool.
or
You might see some
piss,
shit. What's your shit you don't want to see?
yeah.
no. If I don't have to go to the bathroom, no.
No.
Even if I gotta go to the bathroom, I'm still
I called my mother and father, got a key, and I still like I do, you know.
Right.
Yeah, I
Yo,
mean,
I'm coming through.
Yeah.
Right, you might run into some butt naked shit you don't want to run into. Be getting a massage and got the hips in there.
Oh Jesus!
Like,
That shit was cool when I was in the Navy and I was just showing up like,
Yeah.
hey,
I got
I'm
it.
home.
Yo,
they was happy to see you.
I
Right.
got a story. I'm like, this is the truth. This is a true story.
Uh-oh.
Never forget, we was in school, right?
You sure you want to tell a story?
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. We was in
Uh-huh.
high school. Shit, you never get this shit. So, you know, dark rooming the girl or whatever. Not even dark room. She was with it. Her father came.
You sure you
home,
want
right?
to
I asked him, did he want to ask? Did I ask him?
No,
did he
listen.
wanna tell a
No.
story?
She was with the shits. Her father came home and come downstairs. I never seen a more like yo. We thought he was gonna beat us all up. He was so sad to see his child, and I was just like,
Hold on, y'all was. Oh no! Why?
yeah.
This is Brothers Talking Shit, episode 139.
That shit.
Why did he could take? He just.
Son.
I don't know what's wrong with him after 9:45.
Yeah, I told you.
Yeah.
Jay told you he warned you.
I told you it was coming. I
I
told
said, yo, are you
No.
sure you want to tell the story? Oh no, it's cool. No, I don't think it's cool.
Why you say it wasn't cool? Why you say that? What you mean?
Stop the recording.
This is Brothers Talking Shit, episode 139. We out of here.
Lay y'all.
Like, yeah.
Bro,
Hey, y'all.